Hey guys, it's Bonnie. Welcome to my 2016 Booktube-A-Thon Wrap Up. You can tell by the lack of videos from the week, I didn't really do the video challenges at all. I did one of the Instagram challenges, but that was about it. Mostly focused on reading because I really just wanted to complete the reading challenges and kind of catch up on my reading because I've been very slumpy this entire summer and I needed this readathon to just push me out of it. I did end up participating in the Twitter sprints though because they were so fun and just really motivational to keep reading, and I ended up winning a $50 Redbubble gift card. Big thanks to Ariel for, you know, creating the Booktube-A-Thon and having all these fun contests, and to Redbubble for the gift card and sponsoring it, and to Pip, who's the one that was running the Twitter sprint. Anyway, let's talk about what I read. For the most part, I did stick to my TBR throughout the week, although I did stray from it a little here and there, but I think I actually ended up reading all the books that I put in my TBR still anyway. The first book that I picked up was The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold. This is a book that I've been meaning to read for years now. It's literally been on my TBR for like 9 years? I don't even know. A very long time. I chose this one for my book to movie adaptation, so I not only read this, but I also watched the movie. I thought both the book and movie were just kind of okay. They weren't exactly what I was expecting. I think the book could have been a lot shorter and then it would have been a lot better because I think it put in a lot of unnecessary details, a lot of little nuggets and stories about the characters. While yes, it added to who the characters were and their growth and where they end up, I don't think all of it was necessary because I found myself kind of skim reading, which I normally never do, but I just kept getting bored in parts. The movie, on the other hand, cut a lot out, and I think it cut out too much because it really kind of lost the heart and just the connections that I found with the characters when I was reading the book, and I think it focused too much on the heaven aspect. I won't get into it, it's not really a spoiler, but I'll just leave it at that. If you have read the book and if you watched the movie, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. I ended up giving this one 3 out of 5 stars. The next book I picked up was Teen Angst Now by Ned Vizzini. This is kind of an autobiography of his teenage years where he's just telling random stories about happened in his teenage life. It was really interesting, really funny. Ned Vizzini has such a way of writing that just really captures me. I read this for Read a Book by one of your favorite authors, and it was a great choice. Really fun, really fast. I give this one 4 stars. Next, I read The Magician's Nephew by C.S. Lewis. This is, I think it's technically the 6th book in the Chronicles of Narnia, like it came out last. But the edition that I have called it Book 1 because it's like a prequel, so take that as you will. But this is a prequel to the Chronicles of Narnia series, and it kind of just tells you how Narnia came to be. And I found it really, really interesting. This is another book that I have had on my TBR for years. Like, I feel like I've owned these books for about 14 years, somewhere around there, because I got them when I was very young at elementary school at those Scholastic book fairs. You remember those? I finally got around to reading it and I really enjoyed it, so I'm glad I did. I gave this one 4 stars as well. Then, since I was able to get through The Magician's Nephew so fast, I decided, why not pick up another Narnia book? These books are perfect for readathons. I can read them in like 2 hours. So I went with the next book, which is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. This is actually a reread for me. I read this when I was in 5th grade. I believe our teachers read it to us. It was a class read. So obviously it's been a while, but I do know the story very well. I know the movie very well, and it was fun kind of reading it again because obviously I don't remember the book as well as I do the movie. And again, it was super fast and I gave it 4 stars. Common theme in this readathon, a lot of 4-star reads. Next book I read was East of West Volume 2. I decided to pick up this one because I knew it would be easy to get through for my read a book only after sunset challenge because I wasn't sure which book to pick for that because I was doing a lot of my reading during the daytime. This graphic novel was perfect. I read it only after sunset and it was a very good conclusion. It was a pretty good sequel, but I do think I liked the first volume better. This one was just a little more confusing and I'm kind of tired of being confused with this series. Again, by the end it kind of picks it up and it makes me very much anticipating the next one, but it could have been a little more clear, in my opinion. However, I still really enjoyed it. I'm still gonna read the next one. I gave it 4 stars, although now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably more of a 3.5. Next book, I'm choking on dust. Next book that I decided to pick up was The Program by Suzanne Young. I'm using this book for 2 challenges, the first being a book that I read because of Booktube, because I definitely have only heard of this because of Booktube, and as well as read a book with yellow on the cover because those are some yellow outfits. I am a little torn on this book just because I really enjoyed it. It was very fast-paced and it really hooked me. I wanted so badly to just keep reading and reading and reading and just to know what happens. So it was very perfect for a readathon because I did just keep reading. I read it in one day. However, it didn't go in the direction that I thought it would, as I thought it probably should, considering the topic. If you don't know, this is a book where suicide is deemed an epidemic, and anyone who has signs of depression has to go into the program where they essentially just take all your memories. Is that a spoiler? It says it on the back cover, that's not a spoiler. However, at the end, it seems like the sequel may be picking up where I thought it probably should go, and so I'm definitely going to read that one, and I still give this 4 stars because it was really gripping, but I could also see why this could be problematic and definitely triggering if you have depression or if you've gone through suicidal thoughts, kind of things like that. Definitely a warning for this book. And then the final 2 books I read were Cross My Heart and Hope to Spy and Don't Judge a Girl by Her Cover, both by Allie Carter. This is the 2nd and 3rd book in the Gallagher Girls series, which I've been rereading, as you may know, and I have just, I love this series so much. It's one of those series where you can't really take it too seriously. It's really just a fun read, and it makes me so happy. It fills me with joy. It's kind of more middle grade-ish than young adult, like it eases in between that. So this is perfect for, like, I don't know, I would say any age. Like, obviously it's more younger geared, but me as a 21-year-old is still loving it. I love these characters, I love these books. I can't wait to keep reading because I never read the last book in the series, and so I don't know how it ends up, and I don't remember a lot of how it got there because I read these so long ago, and I'm just so excited to keep going. I love these books. Now I'm just going to quickly wrap up the challenges once more. Read a book to movie adaptation. I read and watched The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold. Reading a book by one of your favorite authors, I picked up Teen Angst Now by Ned Vizzini. Reading a book that is older than you, I read The Magician's Nephew and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, both by C.S. Lewis, which are both much older than me. I believe they came out in the 50s. I know this one definitely did, so. Reading a book only after sunset, I read East of West, Volume 2. Reading a book that you discovered through Booktube, as well as reading a book with yellow on the cover, I read The Program by Suzanne Young. And of course, the last challenge was just to read 7 books, and I read 8, if you include my graphic novel. These are all the books that I read for the Booktube-A-Thon 2016. It was a very good time. It was a very good reading. I enjoyed almost every single one of my books quite a bit, so it was definitely a success. If you participated, let me know how you did down below, and until then, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.